the opportunity as the offseason, right? How did it take me back to just both your points when you had to make that change, and what was the thing where you said fear wasn't the thing and you wanted to go after whatever the new possibility was, and what was your really driving force that made it just, you were like, I'm putting fear behind me and I'm just gonna jump and just do it?
Mine was like a transition, because like I had my identity built within like a company, and so I put so much heart and soul into something like that where you almost become the company, even though I wasn't, but that's just how I felt. And so when I was transitioning it out, I almost had like an identity crisis, and I was almost blocking out what the things that were most important. My family, the time with my family, the things that were most important to me were not the main focus, because I was too centralized in like who I was as a person. And so it got to the point for me where, I mean, I went through a bunch of like personal things that actually drove the fear away, because I just realigned my focus on what was the most important. And actually it was a question that was asked on a podcast that said, think about the people that you love the most. Are they getting the best of you, or are they getting the rest of you? And at that moment I answered the question honestly. I'm like, they're getting the rest of me. And that was like where I flipped it around and said, I don't care what I do, I just know I need to spend more time with them. And so that was my driving force, it was about the people I love. So, you know, I walk out of my house every day and I tell a story, like the neighbors right across the street. It was a married couple, Chad and Star. They got two biological, 2 adopted kids. Chad was like the greatest dude. He was the chief gift giver for the Tacoma Rescue Mission, one of the nicest guy, in service of others all the time, and he, out of the blue, passed away. And so I walked out of my house every day to go sit in traffic for 90 days and see a family without a dad, when I had a choice to actually be closer to home. And so at that point, I made that choice to just leave what I knew, what I was comfortable with as my identity, because at the end of the day, that didn't matter as much as my relationship with my wife and my kids. I had no idea. I left my job with nothing in mind. It was just a blind faith saying this is the right thing to do at the right time. I'm leaving everything that I love, but I'm doing it for the people I love the most.